Welcome to Rules of Redemption, where we redeem your Monday one roll at a time. Grab your snack, grab your drink of choice, and let's get rolling. I just scared the crap out of my daughter.
She's like, oh no! I'm in the Hunger Games.
Welcome to what?
Welcome to the Hunger Games.
Sorry. Only had one Rules of Redemption. Like, she doesn't know.
Poor thing.
She'll learn. She'll become a nerd.
She's just gonna have to learn real fast.
I mean, she just
she'll get there.
Month there, so you know we're starting off strong.
She's doing great. So nerdy.
She's in her Lord of the Rings blanket.
Adorable. Adorable.
Adorable.
Anyway.
Do any of y'all want to try a chaos recap, or is it coming to me?
That's your job now. That's your job.
You're in charge now.
All right. So last time we followed our heroes north from Corinthia. Let me pull up my map so I can make sure I'm doing this right. They took about a week long journey.
Wait, can I actually try?
Yes.
Can I actually try to do the recap? Okay.
Olaf, let's recap.
Okay, here we go.
Listen.
After about a 3-week journey, I don't remember how many Robert just said, north from Corinthia, our heroes finally find themselves back home. Well, for 2 of them. Diana and Ada boldly creep back to their home of Velhadden, where all is not quite as they remember it. Hal, having never been there before, doesn't really know, but he can sense that Ada and Diana seem perturbed. Everything is quiet, other than the knell of the... Hang on, I have to sneeze. Other than the knell of the anvil.
The allergies now very high. The pollen levels are out of control.
The sneeze of the blacksmith.
Other than the sneeze of the blacksmith, there's very little sound, and what people do appear seem to look at the entering party with suspicion rather than welcome. Ada boldly, oh my god, I'm gonna sneeze again. No, wait, I'm not. Just kidding. This turned out worse than I wanted.
You're allergic to the word boldly. Stop saying boldly.
Ada defiantly walked into the mead hall, expecting to see her father sitting upon the throne, or at least the godless one, and instead the door opened, revealing carnage, utter atrocity. People shred to ribbons, like Sarah J. Maas characters.
Like Maroon's tattoos.
Oh, she pulled to ribbons. All that ink work down the drain. With
their dad was
with the father's body. His hands are on one side, his feet are on another, and his head is by the throne with a note.
Oh, there's season. Oh.
I don't remember what the note said, but it was intense. Oh, it was something about revenge. I really should have let Rob do this, but I got excited.
This is better. All of this is canon.
And
also the butt was still on the throne because he was still sitting on the throne.
Right. He was still like seated there, sort of, but like his head was not attached to his body. It was pretty bad. And yeah. So Hal broke a little bit, where he was like, "No, whoever did something like this probably deserves to die," and that was the first time we got to see a Peter character break, and it was...
He didn't specifically say deserves to die.
He implied it.
He did pretty strongly say, maybe they shouldn't be alive.
Right.
Maybe the world would be better if they weren't alive. He's getting there.
Okay,
He's real
so
They
close.
all deserve to die.
He used the TikTok appropriate version of the Sweeney Todd song, and they might deserve to be unalived. And then Diana and Ada were like, wow, our dad kind of sucked, but didn't deserve that. And Ada is like, hey, I'm Jarl now, and I vow upon my life that I will kill the godless one or die trying. And that's kind of where we left off, I think. Other than that, I might have just blacked out at the end and not remembered anything else, but that there it is. And that's what you missed on Glee.
That was 90% of everything important. So,
Good.
Ivan did accompany you
Oh yeah, Ivan was
through
there
the majority
too.
of that journey. And the
Sorry,
baker
you're
is
still
also
here.
alive. You learned that over 50% of the people here are dead, massacred in the
The
slaughter.
humans are dead.
Majority of the non-combatants fled to Fjaltendale. So basically anyone who was able to hold a sword and wasn't killed is who's left here. There's not a lot of kids, not a lot of elderly, and that's it. There are a lot of wounds, and they have all kind of fallen into the idea that Ada is now their Jarl, and they trust her with bringing back their families from Fjaltendale and protecting them.
Yeah, and Ada is kind of like, oh, I might have girl bossed a little bit too close to the sun by being like, yeah, I'm your Jarl, because now she's like, oh, God, there's people who depend upon me now. Dang it!
Why are they all looking at me?
They're asking me to lead.
And with that, we fall into our afternoon. The sun is beginning to set. It's still got a few hours till it actually touches the horizon and disappears behind the forest that surrounds Valhalla. It suddenly occurs. I don't know if it's first to Diana and then to Ada, or first to Ada and then Diana, but the sudden jolt goes through them as little hairs stand up along the back of their necks. Tonight is the last night before the full moon. For the next 3 nights, Ada will not be herself. She will be a primal killing murder machine. And I'm going to say it does kind of occur first to Ada that they've not really tested their bond since she's become Jarl. So whether or not Diana is still her alpha and will be able to control her during the full moon shift is yet to be seen.
Oh. Yes.
Should be interesting.
All right. We need a plan. A good plan. A solid, very unbreakable plan. What do you have?
Well, I'm not very good at this, but I think we should follow the road to the tower.
No,
I'm
I
assuming
agree.
there's like a road, because I don't think detouring will be that helpful. But
I'm not
I
quite sure she's
sense
talking
you're
about
looking
that.
for something else.
Yes.
So a detour is not wise. You're right. The problem is that the full moon is coming. So I have 3
Ooh. Do you guys
very
have stories about like chaos during the full moons and like when Yarka's light is shining, the world goes crazy?
Hey, Hal, darling. She's talking about becoming a wolf for 3 nights, but not like the one you've seen. It's a little bit more.
yeah.
Oh, you
So
did
this is
tell me about that.
Yeah. Okay.
I have what thinking about detours and thinking about everything. Obviously, we're going to have to space out. We're going to be very strategic about where we are. I I don't know if they have anything strong enough here in Valhadden to hold me, but perhaps we can speak to the blacksmith about this. If they don't have something to hold me, then we have to go as far out into the woods as we possibly can. At least a day away, so that I don't hurt anyone.
Diana
And
knows this, but Janine doesn't. How far are we from like Saltinder?
It's a couple days. So you need to get moving if you're going to make it there to meet Phineas and Ray during the full moon time.
so,
Well, we know
wait,
those woods.
is tonight
We-
the last night and tomorrow is the full moon, or is tonight the full moon?
Tomorrow
Wow.
is the full moon.
Tomorrow's the full moon. Okay.
We still have the
We
nights
could-
to plan, and we know the road from here to Saltinder. So
Yes,
we know those woods.
we do, but we also know where people are, and that means that the wolf knows where people are, and I am not sure she's going to listen to you.
Sure.
And
Far away from the
also,
moon, so
now we're traveling with a
two people
friend.
that you might want to eat.
Yeah.
You're traveling with an army, to be fair.
Yes. Yes. So
Lots of people.
great. So I just command the army that if the wolf seems to be trying to kill people, kill it.
Or we talk to the wolf.
Even
Even the
Also-
craziest of beasts can be communicated with.
Oh, do you want to try that? Are you willing
Um,
to risk possibly
Well, I
losing
am
a hand?
certainly willing. I'm not sure
Well,
I
you-
would like to try, but if worse comes to worse, it will be one of the things I attempt.
But also it's not so easy to kill you when you're a wolf. Okay, so maybe not commanding the army to kill you would work.
It's
So we need
you would. Yes?
me.
No, not you would. You would. The type the type of tree.
That is nearby in this forest? Yes.
Yeah.
Correct. All right.
That makes it easier to kill. Remember, Ivan shot me. Right, Ivan?
Yes.
You kicked
Remember.
Ivan out.
Oh, I did kick Ivan out. Oh, I'm sorry.
And he left an
What did
axe
you-
for Hal to be a man.
Right.
Hal did not
Ah.
pick up the axe.
Ada will take it.
Right.
Hal has
Yeah.
daggers. Hal has daggers for their sharp edges for like cutting ropes and filleting fish and that kind of thing. He doesn't use the daggers as weapons.
Then that is not a dagger. That is a knife.
Yes.
If you're not using,
True.
if you're not using it for its proper purpose, it is no longer that thing.
I have thoughts, and I'm gonna keep them.
Then this axe would not be a battle axe. It would be a wood
Hatchet.
cutting axe.
You call
Door
that a
holder.
hatchet. Door holder.
An anchor if you're on a boat.
All right. Anyway,
You're right, not important.
not solving the issue at hand. We can check to see if the blacksmith has anything with moonstone in it. Unlikely, but maybe they like shiny things here.
How far is the cave that you talked about?
A few days.
3 days.
Oh, that's
No,
not working.
I had thought of that too, but it wasn't gonna work.
All right.
Blacksmith.
I'm gonna go to the
Blacksmith.
blacksmith. Whoa, my accent just
Woohoo!
that was wild.
How to get back to your regular accent? Gotta go through a couple other ones. Oh, he was expecting us to go to the blacksmith. Okay.
Okay. Please tell me the blacksmith is young and hot and not an old one-eyed man.
He's always old.
The blacksmith.
Does he look like you?
The blacksmith is a pretty messed up looking dude at this point.
Like you?
Like me.
You're so handsome.
The blood still stains his eye cloth from his pretty significant battle wounds. He's got blood and gashes all over his arms. He seems to have managed to still have all 10 fingers, but he's moving around with a pretty significant limp. It's really unclear if he's been seen medically by anyone, but he's alive and smithing.
Doesn't believe in doctors.
The doctor's probably dead.
He's smithing,
Or-
she's smitten.
Yep. And he leans against the forge. Not the hot part. My girls. It is an honor to have you here.
Thank you. Diana has healing things. Yes. Do I have anything healing? Because
I
this guy
do.
looks like
I
he could
do
use
have healing
something,
things.
and we can use that to barter to pay for things, maybe. Are you
I'm
quite
sorry. My ears are still ringing. It's been 3 days, and it just keeps ringing. It's been 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Maybe it's not gonna stop ringing.
Have you seen the healers about this?
All the healers are in Vjotundir.
Well, my sister could heal you, perhaps. Diana, could you see what would help him?
You do not need to waste on your magic, your blessings on me. I'll survive. I've healed as much as my body seems to want.
Are you sure?
I can
I
work.
apparently have cure wounds also.
Nice healing word. I was just looking on there, but not
He's
zero.
he's not actively bleeding. He's just
Rough
not
looking.
really taking.
Oh, there you go.
He's rough looking. He's not. The cloth is so stained that he's probably washed it every day and just keeps putting it back on. It's more of a
As well, great. So
Covering
it's more
for
of a
the wound.
hygiene thing at this point.
yeah.
Yeah. Well,
We
we could use your help if you're still capable.
yes.
He salutes you. Anything, Wayhards. My fortune.
You are aware of my condition, yes?
Of course.
Wonderful. Do you happen to have very strong chains, or better than that, anything imbued with moonstone? I know it is a big ask during a time like this.
It is and it is not.
What
Your father had prepared for your return and had me and my uncle make shackles with moonstone. Apparently the Godless One knew of this and took them.
Excellent.
What?
From what I understand, I was, as I said, hard of hearing. I had been hit very. I dare not show you. I had been hit very hard, but men came to my forge looking for the shackles to take them from here. I don't know if it was to use against you or to prevent you from gaining them.
But I didn't know
Either
they
way,
existed.
yeah. Either way, the Godless One knows of me.
Apparently,
I think thought we thought he was coming after me, but maybe he's coming after you. Aiden.
Why would he come after me? I wasn't even the Jarl
You're
before.
the wolf.
perhaps you are a threat to his power.
What?
Perhaps he was using you to get to your sister.
I think he wants the wolf. I think you know how the axe it can make people follow him. I think he wants you. I think he wants the wolf.
That was not something I had considered.
Well, not me until now.
If that is true, then he may come back here on the full moon to search for you. If this is just a trap to trap you,
We need to get out.
Trap? Just trap. Yes. I wonder if he would know we were going to Fjaltindr.
I think we've become
at
a
least
little
there
too
are no
predictable.
boats.
What?
At least there are no boats to Fjaltindr. This is the closest landing point. If you were going there, he would be here by now.
Right.
Do you know for sure which way he left?
The boats. There is only one way. You sail south from here.
Right. And we saw him. So we probably crossed paths in the opposite direction. We came north, he came south, or whatever the heck direction
Good.
he went.
Then
We
Then
saw
he
him in
must-
the last town, so he came here first while we were
then
down there.
he must not know about Fjaltindr's importance, either to magic and things or to us. So it should be easy to then get there. But you don't have any more moonstone manacles?
I am so sorry.
Do you have any shavings left of whatever moonstones you used?
My uncle was able to make it into an alloy. He could melt it and mix it, and he poured it into the mold.
Well, give me your strongest chains then. Not moonstone related.
They are yours. I fear they may not do much for your strength, legend as it is.
It will not, but it will be better than nothing.
If I may, this is more an old wives' tale than my than knowledge, but if you were to make some sort of trap or pit with yew branches, would that not force the wolf to be contained?
Cage of you.
Could
I
we
don't
make
know.
a cage
You would,
that
you would
transports on a wagon? We used to transport desert cats that way.
My-
More of the
my
time.
friend, you do not understand what you are.
He knows the size of the wolf.
Okay.
There'll be a big cage. I do not know if we have the time. But
It is better than nothing.
correct.
And you remember there was a cage on the boat. I know it was wood. I don't remember what kind, but I had to shift on the ship that one time. So
I've made cages before out of wood. I've never
Fantastic.
had you, so I don't know what that's like to work with, but I'm sure it's very similar.
I mean, we have an army with us. Yes, this is correct.
yes,
You have
Yes,
an army?
good.
and the Hulk.
And we don't
And
have
the
to
wolf.
necessarily even move with her in the cage, right? She'd only need to be in it
Transporting the
overnight.
cage.
Yes.
I mean, if we
Trans-
put the men to, quickly chop trees and put it together, then worth a try. We put it out of reach from them, tell everyone kind of to disperse overnight.
Good, and we can also make it. If you shift me, we can measure out exactly the size we would need, and then perhaps it doesn't. Yeah, make it as strong as possible in the short time we have. We have all night tonight.
Right.
And I don't really sleep the night before the full moon anyway. I can help.
Are you going to Fjaltendale then?
Yes.
My niece was one who escaped.
What's her name?
Hilda.
Hilda. We'll find her then. Make sure she's all right.
Thank you.
Ada's gonna take the chains and start walking out
I will
and
build
looking
you.
for where the trees are.
I will have clamps for you by night.
Thank you.
And he shifts very slowly, very very heavily on one foot, and then stomps on the bellows, and the fire roars to life as he begins his work.
Could you also make like hinges for the corners so they're reinforced?
Yes, Mayor.
Well, that's her now, but
Yeah, Jarls. Yes.
yes, it's simple. All right. We've really complicated these things for everybody.
Frankly, I
You
think
could
that
just be co-Jarls, and then no one would need to be confused.
I think that would make things worse.
I don't know. Marcus always said 2 is better than 1.
I will not dignify that with the response.
All right. And Hal's going to pull Carpenter's tools out of his bag. Where are the trees?
It's very disorienting.
I guess I shall move. I shall bring people into the wild to get yew wood. I guess I don't know where are the yew trees?
They're not too hard to find. They're not every tree, but they do exist in the forest pretty sparsely. they're very distinct in their coloration and their bark. So, if you just give a brief description to Hal should be able to find them without
Alright.
too much work with his new hatchet.
God.
I'm adding the axe to my inventory now. It's definitely a hatchet. He's just gonna be chopping wood with a Nordic battle axe.
Yeah. Like, very useful.
This was a great gift. Thank you.
I fell so many trees.
Hal's just gonna be like, ooh, instead of a wagon, we'll just attach wheels to the bottom of it, and it can be the wagon. Oh, this is gonna work out perfectly.
I'm getting less and less hopeful that this plan is going to work out.
The cage is going to be placed in the middle of the woods, and then
I will also help like with chopping down trees, and I guess I do have, don't I have woodcarver's tools somewhere? Yeah, I
think
do.
so.
Like,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna help Hal, and I'm kind of, I feel like he's better than me at this point because he's been practicing so much, and so I'm kind of like watching him
Carpentry
with, like,
specifically.
yeah.
I'm not very strong.
Okay, well, I'll lift the things.
You chop them. He chops them down. You pick them up.
Sounds
I
good.
will just direct people, because I've got leatherworking skills. This is not useful here unless we're putting like leather detail work. So which is real cute. So
So cute.
Diana's gonna be using her nobility and people skills to direct them like the best path and like where to put the fallen trees and how to start laying out the plan, the schematics, if you will.
And so I guess Diana is the one who goes to the camp that's a couple hours away and brings the army in.
Sure. I mean, she'll run as a wolf and get there real quick and call them and say we've got things to do for the Jarl.
Great.
You pass up
Page.
away, and
We'll let him know. Yeah.
you let him know as well.
I'll let him know that his strength is needed for this matter.
You watch him just kind of nod to you, look at a tree, and it takes him 3 swings to
Sure, yep.
fell the entire tree, and he just starts dragging it himself towards camp.
Well, dang.
Such a show
It's
off.
not quick, but it is completely independent. By the time night falls and the fires of, well, the few fires that are still here in your...
I have one more idea though that I will tell Ivan, that if they have any shields made of yew wood to bring those. No?
Mhm. Yeah.
It was a good
A
thought,
shield
bro.
wall. A shield wall made of yew wood would
I mean,
be
we could potentially
legit.
make some shields
I don't know
not
how.
specifically labeled in my crafting set, but like I can make a barrel. So I figure if I can make a barrel, I can make the lid of a barrel. And is that really any different than a shield?
You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a shield.
Correct.
If I can make a portable ram, I feel like I should be able to make a shield.
And yew trees, I googled it. They're pretty big, so you know.
Lots of
We got extra
material.
This is going to be a big cage with
gonna be
Wow.
solid wood walls.
There you go.
Fancy cage I
It's
got.
basically just going to be a house on wheels, a tiny
A house
home,
on a tiny home.
a tiny home on wheels.
Feed bitches.
Are you gonna
It's
put
an
like a dog?
RV.
Can there be a doggy dish?
Hal will absolutely put in a trough for you.
No, I wasn't serious.
But also, this is totally an RV.
It's an RV, bitches.
Ada regrets every life choice ever.
All of them specifically involving Hal.
Yes,
Whose fault is it that you found Hal?
Ada's. 100%. I know this. I'm not a fool.
She talked.
talked to him.
The one time she talked to people, absolutely ruined.
There it is.
See what happens when you greet the world with open arms.
Yeah.
Amazing
with
things.
Amazing
a
things.
friend. It's fine.
All right, let's start making some checks
Oh no.
Okay.
And balances.
and hope for not balanced. We're going to
Oh,
go really heavy on the.
no.
All right, let's get a woodworking check. Let's get a carpentry check. I will take a persuasion check.
What is
People
the
skills check.
what check am I making?
Probably wisdom with proficiency, so it should be something similar to survival
Okay.
or athletics if you're doing the carpentry work of smoothing everything down and
Oh yeah, I'll do the athletics.
splitting the wood into planks.
I'm trying to figure out, do I have advantage when I use my carpenter's tools?
It's 18.
22.
Because it says if you have proficiency in a skill that used with that check, you have advantage on the check too.
So, like, if you're using the tools to make a survival check, or in this case, you were making a sleight of hand check because you're trying to do intricate woodworking, then you would have advantage on the sleight of hand check because you're using your woodworker's tools.
Okay. Okay, so in this case, if I'm doing something like carpentry, I'd be using a strength check, and so it'd be athletics, and I have proficiency, so I would have advantage.
There
Okay,
you go.
got it. Oh, then I am pretty good at carpentry.
All right. Bring it on. Well, are you though? Well, it's an 11.
Wow. So maybe we shouldn't brag about what we're good at first.
Hal's not used to trees this big. He's used to like smaller desert trees that are easier to handle.
I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking.
But good thing,
Chief
I
leadership.
had told the good thing I was told the whole army to do the work instead.
Yeah.
Hal's working on the shields and the hinges and that sort of thing. You know, connecting the large pieces of wood, not handling the large pieces of wood.
Good, good. I'll wait.
You might be waiting a while. Just keep moving.
I might be waiting a
I
while.
laid that one on thick.
Keep going.
And wide.
And it hit deep.
Yep.
Just keep going. Just please, for the love of God, just keep going.
So as the army pours into town, they set up their camp. They help Hal handle his wood, and they work together as they craft this masterful RV. Diana's able to direct everyone with poise and grace and precision, to the point that by midnight there are now 4 shifts of people working on this. They have some of the townspeople were gracious enough to open up their homes, or the homes of their lost ones, or the homes of their escaped family members, to the soldiers, so that they didn't have to make a full camp. So for the first time in 3 weeks, some of these small homes have a little bit of life in them. And by the time the moon is high, this little sliver left before it's full. The whole town is alight with movement and excitement and busyness. One of the things that Ivan made sure to do was set a series of traps by the docks. As you're all carving these trunks and into pieces, he's been kind of working on his own little project off on the side of spears and palisades He's been burying them into the water so that if there were a series of boats coming to land here, they would be stopped before they could get to the docks at least. I need Constitution saving throws from all of you as you work well into the night.
Not 20, baby.
Nice.
So it's a 22.
A nat 1 for a 5.
Wow.
Hal is shooketh, I guess.
No stamina trying to deal with that much wood.
No.
18.
18. The Ulrichsen sisters are the
Nobody
last
handles their
ones to go to bed. They stay up almost until the dawn, where Hal barely made it past midnight before, I guess maybe the swinging of the axe was just a little too much for him.
It was a big axe. It's
a
also
big
not
axe.
made for wood cutting.
Peter, would you like someone to bring a cradled, sleeping Hal back to camp because he just fell asleep on the underbrush?
Can Ivan do it?
Absolutely.
Aww.
I love this.
Totally Ivan. He's just like, this thing is in the way. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
move this over here.
The trough that you personally built for Ada Wolf is where he lays you. So it holds your weight with no major issues. And the beautiful part of the morning is that is how you are woken. One of the Vikings thinks it's fun to test the water holding capacity of the trough, and Hal is soaked with the sunrise.
Wow.
I'm awake. What'd I miss?
No stamina, can't handle his wood, and wakes up wet.
I was like, such a different definition of a wet dream. But
Diana, are you sure this is the one?
He wakes up. You say that he wakes up wet, and he stands up, takes off his wet robe, so that he's just wearing his harem pants, and stands to his 6'1" height, and the sun illuminates
hate
his
him.
now glowing body.
I hate him so much.
yes, very sure.
And then he reaches over and grabs his viol, and he's like, "Anyone want any tunes with breakfast?"
No, please. No.
Ada, make
Ada
a perception check.
Oh, great. I love perceiving things. Ada's very jumpy and like jittery just because tonight is she's PMSing. Great. That's not great though, but it's a 12.
The 12. You notice like 3 of the through the army, the Vikings are very disappointed that you told Hal not to play.
I mean,
Y'all have been traveling for well over a week. Some of them actually like him at this point.
you know what? I would actually love for you to play, but could you play softly? Because
Absolutely.
I get the headache around this time.
Oh, do you need some medicine for that?
No, I'm fine. It's the moon thing.
Oh,
I'm not very
understood.
nice at this time.
That's
So,
okay. You don't have to be nice all the time.
I'm never nice, Hal. We know this.
I don't know. You told the blacksmith yesterday you would help him find his niece. That's very nice.
Okay. Well, how is the cage looking?
Very big. And the trough holds water.
You want to step inside it and shift and see how the
Yes.
wolf fits?
Sure. I climb into the into the what is it? The cage, the wagon cage, RV,
Like,
our tiny
RV.
home, and
Tiny home.
yeah, and go at it, Diana,
Will unleash.
and she turns into a
Um,
giant wolf.
I am going to need a persuasion check from Diana.
Oh. Okay, let's see. Keeps losing.
Also, I got, for what it's worth, a dirty 20 on my viol check to play fun, soft tunes.
I need a persuasion check with my D&D Beyond. It doesn't let me scroll down on my phone. Don't cry.
And Ada, you are going to need to make me a wisdom saving throw at disadvantage.
19.
7.
Good.
She's still stupid.
I'm
Hey.
still persuasive.
You feel for the first time in a while that the bond is not as seamless as it had been before. There was the call of the alpha here had to carry a weight upon you, and you wanted this to happen. You're in control now, but even so, it's not what it used to be.
So if I follow that, then I become the wolf, right?
You are now the wolf. Yes.
I'm the wolf. Can I then try to shift back myself?
You are certainly welcome to try.
What do I roll for this?
That is going to take I'm going to say an intelligence saving throw at disadvantage because you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, it's my
I'm
0
going to set the
intelligence.
standard DC here at 15.
12.
12. You try to rustle up your mind, taking the form of what your body should look like, and you can visualize it, but for whatever reason, the wolf is not giving in to this. And you are stuck.
Ada looks like she's got her head cocked to the side, like she's listening to something far away that only her canine ears would pick up. And she shifts it to the other side. She gives up, so like she stands up, shakes off, does a little like circle to try to test out the size and dimensions of this cage. And when she's fairly satisfied, she goes to get out, but her shoulders get stuck, and she's pulls back and is satisfied. That as long
Give me a
as she's
dexterity saving throw.
super rough. Oh, 7.
7. You are going to take 2 points of damage as your fur kind
Touching.
of gets stuck,
We're touching
and
wood.
then as you kind of rip, the wood digs into you in a way you weren't expecting at an angle that's really uncomfortable, and it hurts. Make me another intelligence saving throw. This time, not at disadvantage.
10.
10. You shudder away from the pain,
So sad.
almost wishing you weren't
Whoopsie.
stuck.
Hal's gonna react to her whimper and pull away. Oh no, is the wood supposed to do that? Do we not smooth it down enough? Do we need to
Ida is going
sand
to
it more?
lie down and cross her. Do the when dogs do the fancy dog thing? They put their little paws
Anti-pout.
crossed. Yeah, and just huff. Which
Yes,
Diana
that was
can pick
supposed
up,
to be.
meaning, no, yeah, that's supposed to happen. She's good.
All right.
And I'm not allowed to pet her, right? Because she looks really cute right now.
Today would be a very bad idea.
Okay,
Yeah,
got it.
as soon as he says pet, the hackles raise back up. Like,
That would be
low
a very
call.
bad idea. It's a bad idea when she's in a good mood. All right.
Maybe
Let's
if
shift her back.
if the cage works, she will let Hal pet her.
Hey, Hal's playing the long game here. He's got
Yeah.
one goal by the end of this campaign. You know, if they go to the ends of the world and back, he'll only consider it a success if he gets to pet the wolf.
Wow. If the cage works, then he can give the wolf one
Little
good
scratch.
pat.
Well, your
Little
scritches,
scratch. Little
or
scratch.
just like a little tap.
Yeah, a little pat. Yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, she fits. She can't get out easily. So, all right. I'm gonna command her to shift back. Does she shift back?
Yeah.
Give me a persuasion check
It's gonna be every time.
every time.
Oh Lord.
Do you want to
A
shift?
10.
I do want to shift back.
All right.
But wait, I am very curious though if I don't. So I'm gonna just test that for a second. The wolf's testy. So
Alright.
no. I'm gonna try to
All right. Give me a wisdom save at advantage.
The wolf is annoyed that they couldn't shift on their own, and now they want to see what happens if they just refuse to shift.
Mhm. Eight.
I still win.
You still win.
Yeah, she still wins. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. That was
No,
really-
but yeah, just
Yeah.
very
That was well played.
huh.
What are you trying to? Did you just?
No,
What happened there?
I didn't do anything. I just
You did something.
the
Saw it in your-
wolf did something.
Inside check.
Deception check from Ada?
Dirty 20.
19 deception. What?
Dirty 20, bitch. You're lying.
I was like, I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
We're twins though, so I know your face is the same as my face.
It's just I don't know. I felt like maybe I didn't have to listen to you boss me around all the time.
You. That's the way to put it.
I mean, no, it was
Alright.
weird. I felt like I could say no for a moment, and then I didn't.
That is interesting.
Maybe
Uh-huh.
it's the wood, or that doesn't make sense. Maybe it's just being back home brings up weird memories. I don't know.
Maybe your increase in courage and bravery is bringing out a new side of you.
I honestly thought that makes more sense than the wood part, but
We all grow in different ways.
Do we?
Yes,
I
it's
mean,
called self-enlightenment.
I mean
Maybe a
that.
history check,
Oh.
Ada.
What? What? A what check?
History check.
History. Ooh, I'm not good at history. 13.
The only wolf you know that was able to shift completely independently was self-actualized because he was a lone wolf and had no alpha and had no pack.
Mm-hmm. I I don't know if that's a I think you are right, Al, but I don't think that's a good thing because Skull could shift himself. He didn't have an alpha. He didn't have a pack, and he wanted me to be in his pack, but obviously that's not work, and he lost his mind. He was more wolf than man.
He did
And
it for selfish reasons, so this
But just because he had
different.
control of himself doesn't mean that's why he was alone. And you're not alone.
Skull was probably one of the most selfish people I've ever met. And he can shift because he killed his alpha. Maybe if he hadn't, and it's not for selfish reasons that you can that I shift you. I don't shift you to control you. So maybe it doesn't have to be a bad thing if eventually you can do it yourself. We do want you to be safe, and if I can't get to you, then this is going to be important. So we'll keep exploring. We won't worry about it right this minute.
I appreciate how optimistic you both are.
She says the greatest canines.
As the day progresses, like Ada's eyes always tend to look a little bit more gold and sharp in the light because as she's getting closer to that wolf time, and that is the one like major difference, but like the only real difference between like the physical nature of the full moon wolf and the regular shift wolf is the eyes, the big gold eyes of, oh, she's not in there, and otherwise her wolf has big blue eyes. So just random thoughts out loud.
The factoids.
About noontime, Ivan comes up and... Are you staying here tonight or beginning the journey to Fjaltender?
We are starting towards Fjaltender. I want to be far away from this place when night comes, just in case. Are you coming to Fjaltender, or are you going to rally more people here in Valhaden? Or go back to Blutkindra?
From the rumors of your people, it would make sense to at least protect this village through the full moon. After that, I would like to return home, at least for a time. But if you requested assistance, I would come with you to Fjaltender.
I don't want to stop you from going home. I know how much home means to our people. But I'm not sure what is coming. I don't know if the Godless One will try to intercept us at Fjaltender. I don't know what we're going to find out about whatever magic in the world. And I don't care about that, but I do care about the effects it may have on our people, and I care about the Godless One, and I care about you, Ivan. I care that I'm very thankful that you came with us this far. So, if you would like wherever you go next, I won't ask you to join us, but would be grateful if you did.
Want me to come or no? You said both.
I'm asked. Yes, I want you to come.
Then I shall come.
You won't be angry with me that I kept you away from your home, your family, your clan?
Much of my clan is here. They will guard your home for 3 moons, for 3 nights. I am intent on hunting this godless one. So, if he is coming for you, then his head will be mine. If he does not, I'll find him wherever else he may be.
All right. Try not to shoot me this time.
I do not promise.
Good.
I have my quiver here.
Good.
This is why Diana never fell for him. His letters were like this. Try not to shoot me. I can't promise you that. Okay.
This is very much flirting in Diana, in Ada Ivan language.
I know. It's horrible. Diana's not into it.
Then I'm going to gather up whatever else we needed for the journey, and we will go.
Ivan pulls 2 horses, gives some last-minute orders to the group to keep everything safe, to watch for the south. You see a couple of contingents kind of flank the lake and set up some scouting positions along the banks, just in case. And he hooks the horses up to the front of your RV and starts walking.
Oh yeah, how much horsepower does this RV have?
He's got 2 horsepower.
2 horsepower.
Zooming. Hal's gonna ask Diana, when Ada is in wolf form, are there any like sounds or songs that she responds more positively to? Is there like a favorite food that she has?
Yes, well, it's people and sheep. So do not be singing songs near her. Don't just tell her where you are.
But what if it comes with sheep? I could write a song about sheep and offer her sheep. I still think that there's a way that we could connect with her.
I'm struggling here to allow you to be near her because the last time someone I really cared about was near 2 wolves. He did not survive, and I'm trying to remember that you are divine and will probably not die. I don't.
I
The wolf
understand.
is.
It could
Yeah.
be a traumatic experience, so we'll worry about this later. Not
Yes,
this time, maybe next month.
maybe. The wolf is not easily soothed, and I normally just try to keep her contained in an area away from people. But sheep would probably help. She'll have a large appetite, We just got to make sure the appetite does not include anybody that we're traveling with.
Then I think we should find a flock of sheep to bring with us.
I don't know where we're going to find that at, but I guess there are villages with farms. So, yeah, probably wouldn't hurt.
Okay. We will buy as many sheep as we can find.
Thank you.
But I do
Even
think
sets off.
that she is afraid of being alone when she's in the wolf form. And so I
Yes.
think if she knows that she's not, she could eventually find comfort.
Yes. Well, when we were on the boat, there was another person there, and she didn't hate him entirely. So, yeah, sort of hope. He was a little scholar. She didn't eat him, which was good.
Oh, interesting.
What did you say, Rob?
Ivan's got the horses moving at a pretty quick pace. He himself is almost kind of trotting just to keep up with them at this point. And you very quickly leave Valhalla in the past. Ivan, after about an hour, kind of turns to you. Are the rumors of the animals here true?
Which ones?
That since the breaking of the library in the south, the animals are enormous.
In where?
In these woods,
Here?
yes.
Do we know if these are true? Have we heard of this?
You haven't been here.
I have not. I have no idea what you're talking about. I know that. No, I don't know. And I have no idea what you're talking about, Ivan.
Just maybe it is rumors based on your wolf.
I don't think I started rumors about large animals. Surely not.
Wolves
You
are
would be
common,
more
but a
common.
wolf of your size is.
Yeah. We are the rumors.
But they're not all animals. That would be ridiculous. Can you imagine a giant squirrel? Would it be
Well,
this
that'd
size?
helpful though for the wolf's appetite. So as
It
long
would
as
be.
they're the useless animals, and then
Yes.
that would be helpful.
I will say the
Trying to
emus that we have
be the
back home are
largest.
very much like giant turkeys.
That's right.
As long as they're not haunted turkeys.
Haunted. Why would a turkey be haunted?
I still regret not getting to taste one, because now I have no idea if they taste similar.
You have
It's-
to
A,
do that.
a turkey and a haunted turkey?
No, a turkey and an emu.
Oh, okay. Emu is the giant turkey.
Yes.
But not
Some of them are
haunted.
big enough for children to ride.
Wow.
The do you think that they made rumors about large animals to cover up what I was, or do you think perhaps that's why the godless one is searching for me, because he heard of these rumors of large animals? And if so, then why would he be not looking for large, I don't know, you said you had desert cats? Hell, so
No, they're just here. in the northern woods.
I think someone heard of you being a wolf and concluded that, well, all the animals here must be large because there's one large wolf often, which is, during the full moon.
I'm
That's
just
my guess.
I understand. I'm just confused about how the godless one heard of me, knows me. I'm troubled.
If your sister is as accomplished of a cleric as they say, when I have cut off his head, she can ask his skull.
I don't think she's a cleric anymore. I believe she ended up with a different class.
You are still nobility.
Yeah. She's talking about my character sheet, which is much more long.
Sorry, being a jerk.
Very meta.
I'm staying in character.
Wow. Why are you making me feel bad?
I mean, people would guess might have heard of, the priestess of Saloon and her very large wolf bodyguard. I feel like our story might have traveled with people who passed through the temple.
I'm sure.
That's fair.
All
We
of
did give,
Good Kingdra knows of you two.
and we did give classes to all the other level priestesses, acolytes, so when they went home. They probably took the stories with them too. We're not very discreet.
No, nor should you be. You have been blessed. You are strong, nearly unkillable. How much you are a mirror to the stories of the Godless One is remarkable.
What do you mean?
The things they say about him are frequently true of you. I mean, you walked into the town and everyone laid down their inhibitions for you.
I don't think that was because I forced. I didn't ask them to.
No, you are you, and people follow you.
You
When
have
I
a
met you,
commanding
you had
presence.
a whole band of people with you.
You
They
have a
weren't.
commanding presence, and he has an axe that controls people. I think you're doing one better than him.
This is Ivan. I don't appreciate being compared to a monster quite like that.
I
Oh,
would argue
I
he was
did not mean to.
contrasting you to a monster
Yes,
rather
thank
than
you.
comparing.
You are the good of which he is bad.
The yin to his yang.
I don't know
don't know
these
that.
words.
Oh, it's the two sides of a coin.
I know coins. Yes, two sides of a coin.
Then I suppose the vow to kill him is more destiny, fate.
We do have that prophecy.
Fate is not a mountain.
No, but that is. You get a little peek as the sun starts to set of Fjaltendare up in the distance. You probably have probably many more hours before you're out of the forest and at the foot of the mountain, and then you have the climb ahead of you. So there's no way to get
Sorry,
up top
every
tonight.
time. Well, now is probably a good place as any to set up our
It's
fun little
RV.
cage, our RV.
Our
Where would you
RV
like
TV.
us? As he unhitches the two horses.
Fine. I want you to create a perimeter around me, but I need you to be out of earshot. So,
And downwind, I assume.
downwind. Preferably, in case I get out of the cage.
And then I will, Diana's gonna suggest, be like, I will give them more directions so that you don't know where they are.
Good. I agree with this. And Daya, I need you near me in case. How? I know you're going to want to pet it. But
Oh no, I know not to pet the wolf. Don't worry.
I would really feel very badly about biting off your fingers.
I'd be worried about more than my fingers.
As someone who has been faced the wolf, you should be worried more than fingers.
Oh yes, I'm not sure that the teeth could only take the fingers. I think it would at least take half the wrist. Probably the forearm
Talk
too.
about this very much right now. So, everyone go to where you need to be.
You're going to be here alone with her, Diana.
Yes, this is usually how we do it.
Okay. And he turns to follow Ivan.
Ivan hops on the horse and starts moving downwind.
It's weird to see them together, right?
Yeah.
Not as weird as I thought it would be.
Somehow it's working.
I'm sorry that I will need you here tonight and you cannot be with him.
Why? This is what we do. This is our thing.
I know, he looked so afraid for you.
Not worried about it. He'll figure himself out.
Well, and then at that point, Ada's gonna have to do her little fancy Viking striptease. It's not anything sexy at all. It's just that she will bust her clothes open, and she really doesn't want to have to buy new ones. Yeah, does not want to bust a move here.
Yeah, no boys allowed. Girls
No
only.
boys allowed. Yeah, because it's otherwise.
What?
Whoops. Hi. And I wait for moonrise.
Ow. Are you bringing one of the horses too?
Sure. Yeah, the only thing that Hal would leave behind would be some sheep, if we found any.
If we
You
find
did
some
not.
sheep.
Oh,
You did. I'm so
well,
sorry.
that's on his list for tomorrow.
That's a possibility for tomorrow.
Yeah, because if
Um,
the wolf doesn't hunt, Ada is just going to be grumpy for the rest of the month. But she's always grumpy, so it's fun.
Give me an animal handling check.
Who?
Starting with Hal. You don't. Do you have a lot of experience with horses?
Probably some, not a lot.
As you're riding the horse, you've seen it in other animals when there's too much sun, when they've been out in the desert for too long. You've watered the horse, but for some reason it seems to be slowing. It seems to be like lethargic, almost as it's getting sick. You look over at Ivan, and he's also kind of patting his horse as it also seems to be struggling right now.
Were these horses healthy this morning?
They've been fine all day. Don't know what's going on. And he dismounts and pulls the bridle and kind of brings his horse over to a tree and wraps the reins around the tree to just kind of let it graze.
Hal will do the same. Did we bring food with us and water with us, or okay? So it's not like they were drinking from a stream. Okay.
I'll let you sit on that for a little bit.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what I could do there.
Okay. Is Diana going to preemptively change Ada, or is Ada just going to let the moon take her?
The moon does its
It
thing.
generally just lets the moon do its thing, so it's not disorienting being wolf. It just is painful, and the classic werewolf scene, all the bones snap, there's ridiculous morphing in the spine, ridges into all of this, the bumpy vertebrae of a wolf, and all that. It's Michael Jackson's Thriller.
And finally, from within this cage, these golden eyes of pure malice look at Diana. And
Diana's already shifted into her white wolf.
Diana, give me... You're asking for this. Give me a charisma saving throw.
Charisma saving throw. We're running out of time with Esther here. She's starting to wake up.
Oh no, cliffhanger.
Yeah. Charisma saving throw. How's a 24 do?
Wow.
Really, really well. For the first time in your life,
And forever.
you feel what Ada must feel as the full moon rises. A shiver goes down your wolf spine,
Oh dear.
and something within you
Something
calls.
right?
The call of the wild.
That was very
Um,
apropos. Thunder.
I heard it too.
So
Makes sense.
I will give you the choice. Are you going to heed the call, or are you going to resist it?
Well, I gotta resist it. I gotta be in my right mind for my sister.
All right. You
I don't want to eat my boyfriend like that.
It's true. You are uncaged.
Right. I'm outside the cage.
Oh my
Outside
gosh.
the cage.
My cage is just fine.
Just fine.
Just fine.
Eat my boyfriend, my ex-fiance, while the werewolf is just stuck in the cage.
Your claws pulse. They ripple. You didn't even mean to snarl, and you feel like your jaw is just frothing for a fight. And you take a moment as you refocus. You don't focus on Seluna. You don't focus on you. You focus on those golden eyes. And right here and right now, Ada is your anchor. And that's where we're going to leave it tonight.
Right.
Well,
Howls with Ivan and sick horses, and
y'all want to know what's happening to Ivan and Hal, or do you want to find out next time we stream the three of you?
I feel
I kind of want to know what is going on with them. Like, are they cool? Are they okay? What's it?
Let's find out how deep shit we're in.
I want to just know the basics.
Hal, as you're monitoring your horse, and
Yeah, he's
Ivan-
basically just going to be like trying to like comfort it, offer it food, offer it water. That's all he can think to do.
the first thing you think of is it's having a seizure. That's really the closest thing you can equate it to. The moon you see is rising, and these beautiful streams of silver fan through the leaves above you in this forest, and you watch as this horse begins to grow. And you take a step back, and you see Ivan has also taken a step back. And over the course of about 30 seconds, you now have elephant-sized horses who have burst from the simple reins that were around their muzzles.
So what you're
And,
telling me is the tower going down has unleashed this entire... This is an island, right?
No.
No? Okay. Well, the entire land, this entire northern land, is now ripe with were creatures.
Close.
Like a magic that makes them big? I mean, it's just enlarged? Or are they
Were-like?
all feral?
That you don't know yet.
Okay. That's not
But what
reassuring.
Hal would really like to know is what does feral Diana look like? Feral in a dangerous way, or...
She's a wolf.
Yeah, but in a dangerous way, or...
She's
Is she hot dangerous or dangerous? That's really his two questions.
Are you asking
She
if
wasn't-
the wolf
what if
was
she had
blue?
stayed a person during this whole thing? Would she still?
Right, is she like feral foxy or feral deadly?
Can she choose to turn back into a person and be feral foxy? Like,
These are all questions that Hal would be asking if he had any idea what she was going through right now.
because Hal
Ins-
doesn't.
Very
Dead.
dangerous.
But instead, he's got elephant horses in front of him.
Yep.
Well, go.
Good. Excellent. We're doing great. Tune in next time.
We will not be streaming next week,
No.
but we will be back in 2 weeks, most likely. Pretty sure. So,
Which crew? I don't know.
somebody who we...
Probably me.
Yeah. Definitely Rob. And somebody else.
And
my gosh.
somebody.
Welcome to July, friends.
Oh,
Summer.
sounds good.
Yeah. All right. Thank you all for joining us. Until next time, have a great night.